Welcome to another episode of the Josh O'Cock Show with Georgia, Duncan and me, Josh O'Cock. Today we're going to be planting a couple of trees with the legend Duncan, who threw the most astronomical engagement party for Georgia and I to celebrate our love. One of the best days of our lives. Today we're not only going to be planting a tree, but we're also going to learn how to plant a tree. I think it's a very valuable lesson for all of you to know how to do. The world needs more trees. Duncan, how you doing, my man?
I'm good. I'm really happy you're here. Finally get some help planting my trees because it's quite exhausting actually.
What's it like planting a tree?
Planting a tree is great. I think it's one of the most grounding experiences. You know, you're digging the hole, you're putting the tree in, and the feeling afterwards is like, yeah, it's planted, it's there for generations to come, hopefully. It's something you enjoy yourself, but almost do it more for like generations to come. Because like my children will enjoy it more than us when it's like full-blown grown tree. So we're planting an olive tree.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
High five.
Oh yeah.
So the first thing we do is clear the area. We use the rake.
X marks the spot.
Yes. The trees are placed in places on the land for good reason, okay? The dominant wind is what you always need to think of when you're planting your trees and stuff. So I'm planting my trees in a way, so it's protecting that half of my land from when the dominant wind hits. So clearing the area. So we're going from the circle and pulling the grass outwards, so we're exposing the soil. Stones are not our friend, because stones can damage the roots. We want to make the hole as wide and as big as possible, but as a minimum twice the size of the olive tree we're planting. If we've got like 2 handspans, then 1, 2. So we'll make the hole about that big, okay? Wow. So now I'm going around, and now we're going to remove this. We're going through a system of breaking up the soil. So when we make the hole, where the base of the root ball is, of the tree, where the topsoil will be placed. As a general rule, we take out any big stones that are in the way of a tree growing more healthily and faster. Tree should be planted, the surface of its, of the pot should be slightly higher than the ground around, just slightly. Because a tree can actually drown, to be just slightly higher than. So we're measuring that inside, and we want that to be a bit higher. So what we'll do is we'll put some of this, and some of this, you know. So we're going to put a bit of compost, throw this onto it as well, like this. We can mix it quite well. And
Put the good soil.
The topsoil right underneath the olive tree, yeah. What's the name of the tree again?
Star.
Okay, we're getting star out. Needs to be. Just gonna put it in the middle of the hole. All right, so is it straight up, the tree?
Yes, now it is.
No.
For the tree to root stronger and better, we cut them every so often so they can start growing outwards. And because the dominant wind's coming from there, I like to put the support on this side. And now this topsoil, bring it closer and pack it. That's it. The thing we're going to need to do now is create a conca. It's called the Maltese, not sure what it's called in English right now, which is like a little ditch around the tree, you know, so that when it rains, it takes all the rain, as much rain as it can, and funnels it always towards the tree rather than lose it to the land, you know. So that's it. Final step for this tree. And then I will add the drippers and stuff, but that's only if you have drippers. Otherwise, it needs to be watered quite frequently at first. Especially for the first few months, and then also for the first couple of years you need to keep an eye on it, you know. Yeah.
We have just planted our first tree. There you have it, and here's the evidence. A star is born. The tree has been planted. Thank you, Duncan, for teaching us how to plant a tree. And again, thank you for throwing us one of the best parties on the planet for our engagement. You're a legend. And if you also would like to learn how to plant a tree and plant a tree yourself, reach out to me and I'll hook you up with Duncan. We can also teach you how to plant a tree. This earth needs more trees and you can help make that happen. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode, and I'll see you on the next one. Boom!